Welcome, everybody. Glad you could join us in our latest Big Time tutorial series. This series is Big Time Basics for Project Managers. This is a 2-lesson series. This is lesson number 1. In this lesson, we'll cover 3 parts. The first part is creating a project in Big Time. The second part is adding a team list to that project. And the third part is reviewing timesheets and expenses. The fourth part, which will be covered in the second lesson in this series, is invoicing our client. Good news. You've just been informed that you're the newly appointed project manager of 2 of UPD's newest contracts, Dynasty School District and a new project for an existing client, ABC Public Schools. Great job, digital high five. Congratulations. But before you get started with writing the project plan, thinking about who's going to be on your team, and if the local La Quinta has free Wi-Fi and a complimentary breakfast, you first need to create the project in Big Time. Ah yes, Big Time. I know we all have our special feelings towards Big Time, and we all have our memorable stories with Big Time. If Big Time was a dude, he'll probably be on don'tdateHimGirl.com. But he's our Big Time, and nothing's going to change that for now. So what do I have to do in Big Time, you ask? That's a great question. You need to create a new engagement in Big Time. And that's what this session is all about. So in the words of Sean T. from Insanity, come on y'all, let's go! Creating a new engagement / project in Big Time. Today we are role playing. I love role playing. We'll be Abigail Abraham, UPD's newest project manager rockstar. She'll be completing a 3-step process in creating a new engagement in Big Time. First, she'll be creating the project / engagement. Second, she'll be adding a team. And thirdly, she'll be reviewing time and expenses. Are you excited? Ready? Set? Let's go into Big Time. Let's log into Big Time. Now that we're in Big Time, let's scroll over to Management. Under Management, we'll see Add Engagement. If this option isn't available to you, nothing's wrong with you. It's not you, it's me. Email me at ibrown@updconsulting.com. Request your permission settings to be updated to project manager status. Okay, we fixed you. You now have all the permission settings needed to proceed. Onward ho! Let's go to Management. Under Management, we'll see Add Engagement. Let's select Add Engagement. There are 2 options. They are New Client and Existing / Current Client. Remember, you have 2 projects you're PMing. The first is an exciting existing client project with ABC Public Schools, and the second is Dynasty School District, a brand new client. The first engagement we'll enter is ABC Public Schools. Most of the existing clients' information will be automatically populated. The first thing we have to do is use the drop-down list and look for ABC Public Schools. Here it is. Select it, then press Next. Before we start filling out this add an engagement form, we're going to move it to the center of the screen so we're not looking into the top left-hand corner, breaking our necks and messing with our eyes. So the first thing is this engagement will be a school stat at Midtown High School. So we're going to put that in the engagement name, Midtown HS School Stat. So what are these fields all about? What are they referring to? The first field beside engagement name is ID. This is an ID number, alphanumeric number, that is automatically associated with the engagement. Beneath that is the type. There are various types of projects that UPD works on, and school stat right here, stat project, is just one of those types of projects. So we're going to click stat project, and we're going to move over to the billing contact. See, the billing contact is the person that usually gets the invoices. In this case, his name is Michael Sana. Michael Sana's office address is the same address as the main client address. So we're going to select main client address. The client, of course, is ABC Public Schools. The representative is us. So who we are today is Abigail Abraham, and she's the representative. The start date is whatever day the project starts. Sometimes this start date is in the past, and you can enter past dates. In our case, it's January 12th, 2014. The invoice type, it's a time and materials contract. You can see the different type of contracts that we have here at UPD. Sometimes it's a flat monthly fee, sometimes a milestone billing, but in this case it's time and materials. If you look down here, it's initial engagement setup options. This includes adding your team or copying your team, adding yourself, the person who's creating this engagement, to the team, and there's different billing and budgeting rates that you can select from other projects. So everything looks good. The engagement name is Midtown HS for high school school stat. The project type is a stat project. The client, of course, is ABC Public Schools. The rep is who we're role playing today, Abigail Abraham. The start date is January 12, 2014. The first name, Michael Sana, is our billing contact person. We're on the team, and if we don't have all the answers, that's okay. We have an account executive that has all the information regarding the contract, and we also have the central office to back us up. So we put all the information in there that we need as project managers. Now we're just going to click save. Ta-da! And there you go. Your first engagement in BigTime, Midtown HS School Stat, has been successfully completed. Congratulations. Hey, wasn't it easy? It's as simple as ABC. Hence the name. Okay, so one down, one to go. Let's go to management and add engagement. Okay, we're adding Dynasty School District's data warehouse project. What kind of client is it? Is it an existing client or is it a new client? Do you remember? We're just going to move this for the sake of our eyes and neck. If you said a new client, you're right. Dynasty School District is UPD's newest client under the project management of Miss Abigail Abraham. For new clients, you add all the information you have. Name of the school district, in this case it's Dynasty School District. The first letters of the alphanumeric ID. So in this case we use DSD. DSD for Dynasty School District. The address 1450 Empire Way. This is in Royal Blue, Maryland, MD 21201. The main phone number is 410-555-9867. The fax number is 410-555-3451. And then we'll hit next. Okay, you should be experiencing a little bit of deja vu right now. This window is the same window that popped up when we added an engagement to an existing client, when we just did ABC Public Schools. So let's do the same steps. Engagement, we're just going to add the name of the project, data warehouse system. And under type, right here, we're going to select data warehouse system. For billing contact, it's Mr. O'Neill Thompson. The client, of course, is Dynasty School District. The representative is Miss Abigail Abraham. The start date is February 1st, 2014. The invoice is a flat monthly fee. Mr. Thompson's office is at the main client address. We're going to select that. Initial engagement setup options, we're just going to leave them alone. Anything else can be filled out by central office or the account executive. This is all the information that we have on hand. Now let's go ahead and press save. Bam! There you go. So we just created our second project. That's 2 for 2. This is fantastic. Let's review the actions needed in order to create a project in BigTime. Here are steps number 1 to 5. The first step is logging into BigTime. The second step is to go to the Management tab. The third step is to add an engagement. The fourth step is to add client information. That may be an existing client or a new client. And the fifth step is to add engagement details. And that's it. You created your first project in BigTime. Creating a project in BigTime is a 3-part process. The first part is creating a project. The second part is adding a team list. And the third part is reviewing time and expenses. The steps we covered so far are creating a project in BigTime. Great job. Next, we're going to move to adding a team list. Before we start adding to the staff list, come in for a quick huddle. The next step is adding your dream teams to each project, but we're not going to do both projects. In real life, we wouldn't, but for this tutorial, we're only going to focus on one. That one will be the Dynasty School District Data Warehouse System project. So let's go ahead and add to our staff list. Break! Okay, there's 2 ways to access a team list and to add to it. The first way is to go to General, then go to Team List. The second way is to go to your main menu, go to your Bestie, Management, scroll down, go to Engagement List, it's right there at the top. And then we're going to look for Dynasty School District in bold, and then right under there, Data Warehouse System. Select, and there we go. That same window opens up. And if, when we're in that window, we're going to go to General and then Team List. You got it? Let's go. So we're going to click Team List. Here we go. This team will have 4 additional team members. We'll call them the Fab 5. Abigail Abraham as the project lead and 4 others. We selected team lead and core team member for Miss Abraham. Her role on the team, project manager. Select it. Now we're going to add the additional team members and assign their roles. Alva Alcan, she's going to be hardcore analyst. Alexandra Allen, she's going to be education technologist, deep in the data trenches. Austin Alsop will be one of the content specialists. And Boris Anderson, he's going to be another analyst on the team. There you go. They're all core team members, so we're going to check them as core team members. Once staff is added, they're able to build time and expenses to this project. Now let's go ahead and click save. The page quickly refreshed, so we're good to go. Abigail Abraham, the project manager, also checked the team lead will be the person that time and expenses goes to in order to be approved or rejected. That's our next step in this process. Let's go ahead and click exit. Okay, let's just make sure we're staying focused and we're on track. Recap. Here are the steps taken to add staff to your project. These steps happen within the engagement menu after you set up your new project. You're going to go to the General tab, then select Team List, add team to your engagement, assign roles, then click Save. Steps covered so far: creating a project/engagement in BigTime, adding a team list, third, reviewing time and expenses, creating a project/engagement in BigTime. Did we do it? Yes, we did. Adding a team list in BigTime. Did we do it? We're almost there. Just hold on, we're coming home. It's now the end of the week. Your team has entered their time and expenses and are awaiting your approval. Can you feel the power you're wielding? It's surging through your veins. Let's go ahead and log into BigTime. Okay, so we're back in BigTime. Where do you think the reviewing of timesheets and expenses will be? If you said under management, you're right. As you probably know by now, management is the main menu that we're going to be going to for a majority of all the things a project manager has to do. So of course, if you look under management, you'll see review timesheets, review expenses are right here. So we're going to go to review timesheets first. So here we go. This is a list of time for each project you manage and approve time for. If you are project managing multiple projects, all the time submitted to those projects would be listed here. Here you can see all the hours that your fantastic team has submitted this week on the Dynasty School District engagement. That 201 represents the sum of all the hours your team worked, excluding yours. Your hours are approved by your account executive. At this point, you have the ability to end the process right here and approve or reject all 201 hours by selecting this box and clicking approve or reject. But we're too nosy for that. We want more of a granular view of all these 201 hours. So what we're going to do is select the date range. Here are all the hours for this week, all 201 of them. Two things to notice. One are all these red flags. What do red flags mean? Hours which have not yet been approved. Another thing to notice is 4 out of these 7 columns are populated. These 3, 1, 2, 3, are a must. These are columns that have to be populated in order to submit your time. The notes column is highly recommended. I mean, down on my knees, begging you, please, have your team fill out this column. It makes your life so much easier. Budget item is an additional field that is usually at the request of the client's billing department. And N/C. NC stands for no charge. When blank, this means the client is being charged for this time. If you don't want the client to be charged, put yes here. We are doing 2 things right now. The first thing is approving 99% of all the time here. And rejecting, aka the Kembe McTumble, not in my house. Reject 1% of all the timesheets. This isn't because you're a mean person or you like to block shots. You're a very nice person. It's going to show us what the rejection process is like, or not in my house, process looks like to us as the PM and to the team member. You can click them all the way through, or you can cheat and click select all. And we're going to unhighlight these 2 or uncheck these 2, approve all of those, and reject these 2. Reject. Huh? What's this? A rejection note. Like in life, when you reject someone, They usually want to know why. BigTime is your advocate in this case and is asking you as the PM, why am I not the man of your dreams? As a PM, you can leave a note for your team member to read and adjust their entry accordingly. In this case, we are going to say, need more info. Add to notes. Press save. That note is sent to Alva Alcan attached with those rejected time entries. You have just teleported into Alva Alcan's consciousness. Okay, so now it's all in Abigail Abraham's hands. There's no reason for us to stick around here at BigTime through her point of view. She logs in. She goes to daily routine. Then all timesheets. And she sees that 5 of her 40 submitted hours have been rejected. Oh no, they didn't. Shh, who said that? She looks under the rejected column. She clicks the number 5. And she sees it's no big deal. She just needs to add some info to the notes column. Easy peasy, George and Wheezy. So she selects this item by clicking where the 2 is, double clicking. This time entry window allows you to edit a time record already submitted. Ava enters a few notes for the time entry. Then she presses save. She's back to the list of rejected time entries. She clicks on the second one. Ava enters notes for this time entry. Then clicks save. Ava then clicks exit. Then she submits the time. It says completed successfully. She clicks back. She goes to daily routine, all timesheets, and those rejected hours have now been resubmitted. It sure does feel good to be home. Let's log in as Abigail Abraham. We're going to go to our bestie. Management. Under management, we're going to go back to review timesheets. And here you go. The 5 BigTime hours that we sent to Ava Alcan are right here. We're going to click into the hyperlink. Okay, she saw our notes. And she wrote notes for both time entries. Very good. We're going to click them, select them. Click approve. And they are approved. We can scroll down to the bottom to find them. Here they are. You know how we know that they are approved? We can see right here there's no red flags. So we're going to click exit. Okay, and here are a list of all the time that's waiting our approval. There's nothing here. That means there's nothing pending approval at this moment. Here are the steps to reviewing timesheets. The first step is to go to the Management tab. Then select Review Timesheets. And then Approve or Reject Time Entries. Another way to access this menu and to see time that has already been approved, you go to the Management tab, select Engagement List, choose the engagement, go to Budget/Hours tab, then select Time/Expense History. Within that number, you'll see all the time entered into that project there. Great job. As you can recall, the final step of this process is reviewing and approving or rejecting time and expenses. I'm not going to review the entire expense approval and rejection process. Is the exact same process as the timesheet process, but I am going to show you where you access the review expense process. So you go to management. Under management, you go to review expenses. When you click in review expenses, you see a list almost identical to the list that you saw in the timesheet section. You go through the same steps that you did with the timesheet and you're all good. Here are the steps to reviewing expenses. The first step is to go to the Management tab, then select Review Expenses, approve or reject expense entries. And if you're reviewing expenses already approved, you go to the Management tab, select Engagement List. You choose the engagement that you want to review expenses entries for. Then within that menu, you go to the Budget Hours tab, select Time and Expense History. You're going to change the view to time/expense. Press go. There you go. You'll have a list of all the expenses for each month, and you'll click into the hyperlink for the expenses that you want to review. Let's bring it home. First part is creating a project/engagement. It's really filling out the engagement form with all the pertinent information. Then it's adding a team list. Then it's reviewing time and expenses. What did we do? We added a new engagement. We added new staff. We approved and rejected time. Check 1, check 2, and check 3. Boom! Booyah! It's all done. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. And if that somebody is probably me. If you have any questions, kindly ask your account executive or myself. You can contact me at ibrown@UPD Consulting. Thanks for listening and hopefully learning. If this was a rap battle, I would be dropping the mic right now. Peace be the journey.